All right. Hello. I'm FuzzyDice. And I'm gonna start a podcast with my friend over here, and we're gonna introduce ourselves. You go first.
I am Frosty, all commonly known as FrostBurn. I uh, I write for a living and I exist for a living.
I'm FuzzyDice. I'm thinking about making TF2 content, and I thought a podcast would help me get started or something like that. So let's uh this is a this is a nice beginning to this. So
Yeah, no,
oh,
this couldn't be any smoother.
what do you want to talk about first?
Well, I guess let's start talking about projects. This was like the first thing we started talking about before we started the pod.
I've been thinking about I've talked to many people about this, and they all said it was a good idea, but it's like a parody on Lazy Purple's How It Feels series, making it around like a casual sense, like how he says this is a competitive club, that's the beginning of it, that's his iconic line. But what if I take that thing and switch out competitive for casual, and give my take from a casual standpoint? I thought that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, that definitely does sound like a good idea. Yeah, 'cause it's always he's always applied it to competitive, but like, about spy, casual players tend to be a bit dumber, so it's much easier to play spy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's so much easier to, and it would be so much easier to explain all this, from my standpoint. And also, there's just other general tips for like other classes that I think he missed the ball on a little bit. I'm not saying that he's a bad, this class or this class. I'm just saying he missed the ball a little bit,
Yeah.
So, what kind of projects are you looking to do?
I don't want to spoil it too much, but I am working on a 5-part, huge mega story thing that is going to tell bits and pieces of an overall story. It's a five-part huge story consisting of 5 different stories. 5? It's 5 or 6. All leading to one huge ending.
Oh, kind of like
Kind of a good way to look at it is the MCU, like how they have.
Yeah. I was gonna say like the series of unfortunate events. You know what that book series is?
No, I have not. I remember my my teacher in one of the classes put on something with that name. It's like a Netflix thing.
I like the Netflix show, but it's a story about 3 children. Their parents get absolutely murdered in a house fire, and they have to go through. It's a guy named Count Olaf, and they have to like go through these different situations and like different houses and stuff where they get adopted and stuff, and they always end up somewhere else, and it's kind of like a never-ending story. But the ending, I think there's an ending, kind of like that.
Yeah, kind of is like that, and I'm looking at it with Naito. We've been adding to it for 4 years now. It just started with 2 stories that were tangentially related.
Yeah.
This game might be a bit too loud. Let me go turn it down real quick. Let me turn it down.
Technical difficulties.
Technical. If you aren't editing settings in the middle of your podcast, what are you? Not a podcaster.
It failed.
Yeah, so I've been working on it for 4 years now, and we've still, as fucking like little as it seems, we still haven't even like finished one story. We still we're still working on like the first.
Is it gonna be a? I'm just imagining it's gonna be as long as the Bible or something like that.
honestly, yeah, it seems like it's gonna be fucking as long as the Bible at this rate. Like we're still tweaking it. Like just the other day, we've completely remade like 2 of the stories again. I feel like I should emphasize that it's been through so many different incarnations that it's just ridiculous at this point.
Yeah, and I like writing stories when I'm interested in them, I guess. So here's how my creative process kind of goes. I would think of something and then I would kind of just doodle it down, like a picture of it on, you know, and then if I find it to be good enough, I guess, then I would write a story for it. But I haven't done that in so long, so it's been like 5th grade or something like that, something crazy.
Yeah. The creative process is definitely harder than you think it'd fucking be.
Yeah, I'm more of a drawer than I am a writer, but you know.
The creative process for anything, just in general, is harder than you take it to be. It's like until you're actually like in the middle of a project, you'll never realize how fucking what's the word? It's like humbling. You'll never realize how much there is to it until you actually get into it.
Yeah, kind of like animating.
Yeah, like
you know,
you'll never know until you're in it.
You know, you kind of think of a flip book, just a bunch of images, and then you know, flip through them, but no, it's a lot more than that.
Yeah, it's a lot more than just,
moving pictures.
It's a lot more than just moving pictures. I from what little I've seen of the animating process,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
I have massive respect if you animate.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, animators do not get the respect they deserve.
Yeah, and you know, especially like you know, if they do it for like a job or something like that, they especially don't get appreciated enough.
Oh yeah, God.
Like I would, like if you look at the animators on YouTube or something like that, they do not get appreciated enough.
Yeah, no, I think animators as a whole don't get appreciated enough.
Even the simple ones, like even the simple animations, could take like hours to days even.
Yeah.
And that's not even going into like that. You know, that's like drawing, not like actual like 3D modeling animations that some people do.
Oh yeah, God, those have to be a special, unique, different breed of pain.
Yeah. Like if you think like making like a video editing and stuff like that is difficult, then you haven't seen crap yet.
Yeah. What do you think of the crowd of people that says that more specifically, Grade A Under A. He said had a video saying editing is not really that hard.
Editing, okay, so it depends on what kind of editor you are, I guess. You know, if you're more editing intensive, like Lazy Purple or something like that, then that seems like torture. But you know, if it's something like a reaction channel would be, you know, simple like boom sounds and stuff like that, or editing out music, then yeah, that doesn't seem that hard.
So it really boils down to like what you're working on.
Yeah, because there's some editing out there that just goes beyond me that I'm kind of excited to learn myself. So
yeah, I think kind of on the topic of like something being hard, the only way that something is, you know, gonna get easy is if you actually fucking try to, you dip your toes, like instead of like dipping your toes in it and, you know, not liking the temperature, you just do a cannonball and just go right into it.
Yeah, it's you know,
like if you want to get good at TF2, you're not gonna get good at it by dicking around, you know, like you know, it's hard, the game is hard, I don't want to learn it.
Yeah, I'm not good at soldiers, so I'm gonna play soldier because, you know, like placement's hard for me, but I like jumping around and hitting people with a shovel. No, you cannon dive right in there and use the direct hit or something like that.
Yeah, just dive in, you know, go all in on it.
Yeah, like if you really want to get good at TF2, people, it's debatable if I'm a good sniper, but most of the time I used to spend my time on low gravity servers, so.
Kind of learned in slow-mo.
Yeah, kind of like it's kind of like having someone, you know, place their hand over your hand while you're trying to aim at something, and then, you know, kind of do it for you. That's how it feels like when you're doing it on low gravity. Because surprisingly, it's actually hard to hit people while they're in low gravity.
Yeah.
Or I mean, there is a recommendation of competitive, but you know, if you're just starting out, that's way too difficult.
Yeah.
Like heck, even right now where I am, people say I'm like god at the game, but I still don't think I'm ready for competitive. So.
Yeah, that's the other thing, the opposite side of the coin, to the people who are good at what they do. It's important not to get clouded up in what that actually fucking means. Because if you're good at something, you're not the best at it. This just means you're good at it. It's important to always remember that there's always going to be someone better than you in whatever it is you do, whether you like that truth or not.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just you know, sometimes sometimes you feel like a god at the game, and then other times you tremble down and fall on your face.
Yeah, I feel like that goes for like anything, just point period.
Yeah. It kind of I think Uncle Dane said it best. You know,
Okay,
your buildings will go down, but you gotta still keep on building those buildings to keep your team happy.
Yeah.
Gotta keep on, gotta get back on the horse, as some people say.
You get back on that horse even though it's already broken your fucking ribs.
You know what's actually kind of funny? Sydney, she actually didn't know what that meant, and I thought that was really funny because she comes from the south
Yeah, yeah, Southerner, you fucking learned this shit. Like, even if you've never ridden a horse, you will know what the fuck it means.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking in a purely writing sense, it's always hard to think, like, for me, it's been hard to, like, get past, like, my skill level, like, it's hard to get past, like, where I'm at, right?
Yeah.
In the sense that, I'll always think that I suck at writing, right? You'll always have that little nagging thing in the back of your head, but, it's important to keep reference that just because you're bad at something doesn't mean you're always going to be bad at it.
Yeah.
Like, you might suck at drawing, but as you keep going, that's bound to change.
Yeah. It's hard to have that feeling of, I will get better eventually when, the steps you take there feel like they're taking forever,
Yeah.
Like again, me playing video games, like when I first started playing Titanfall, I didn't see growth until like I was like 4 months in, and stuff like that is hard to, think of, because when you're expecting it, sometimes you're expecting to get better, some people get better like as days go on, like, oh hey, I did this well yesterday and now I'm doing this well today, stuff like that. But people like me, we get better as like over long periods of time, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, it's always important to keep reference in, like, whatever it is you're looking to do.
Yeah.
You see lots of people beating themselves up over like small little things. Like, that's going to happen. That's never gonna.
Yeah, I'm sadly enough I'm one of those people, but
Yeah, it's never gonna change. You will always improve. You'll always get better, but at the end of the day, you're still human, an imperfect being yourself. So you gotta.
Yeah, and going along with going yourself that you're gonna get better and all that, beating yourself up, as some people, it's and I hate when people say this. When they just tell you to stop, it's kind of like, I've talked about this before. It's kind of like just giving you a bike. It's just giving you a bike and saying sit, and then expecting them to know what to do afterwards.
Yeah. Like, the only way you're gonna fucking improve is to, like, actually get in there and do it. Just,
yeah. But
saying that you suck all the time is not doing anything for anyone.
Yeah. I've been noticing,
including yourself.
Yeah, I've been noticing people, say this more and more, but making stuff is hard, But you're never gonna get your point across unless you do it,
Yeah.
It's just sometimes the creative process there seems really overwhelming, Like if you look at Naito's picking fights as a scout, that looked like a little bit more of an intensive video to make than most of our other stuff. So.
It was a bit on the harder end to fucking get all that and make it. But the important thing is perseverance.
Yeah, it's important that she actually made it and got her point across to the people who watched it. So
yeah.
If I ever figure it out, I feel like I can do great things with video making and stuff.
Yeah, but the again, the important thing is perseverance.
Um, yeah, yeah, it's I know like I don't know. Most people I don't know. Most people get like a sense of anger when they see a watermark on some videos. Like there's something at the top of my screen saying where this is coming from, but I never got why they got anger from it because or it's either that or people think it's a sense of laziness. Sometimes people just don't have money for it,
Yeah,
and
well,
it makes me.
I could give you I know Knight uses Shotcut. That's what she's used to edit all of her videos. It's free.
Yeah, and I've been trying to. I even asked somebody if there was they edit too, but they didn't reply back to me. So
Oh, that had to suck.
yeah, I did look at this one editing software that I was kind of tempted to get, but then it asked for my email and stuff. But it's a DaVinci something, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna chew gum. I hope that doesn't interfere with the recording. Chewing gum helps me concentrate, so that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah, actually, I've told you guys this before, but whenever I chew gum, I have a problem. It's kind of like my dad with smoking. Whenever I chew gum, I don't chew like one piece of gum at a time. I chew three because it really helps me. It really helps me concentrate. But
the hardest thing for me is like gum just tastes good, and I want to fucking swallow it.
Yeah, I've never gotten why people think it's disgusting to swallow gum.
Yeah, well, like, it's basically like food.
I know it's probably because they have the stigma of it takes like 7 years to digest it, even though that makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, no, like what? It gets stuck on your stomach walls.
Yeah, like, and if you have ever tried to get if you ever had gum before, it can't really stick when it's moist or something like that.
Yeah. Oh god.
So yeah, I never got why people thought it was disgusting. I never thought it was disgusting. It's kind of like my stigma with some people wear clothes twice a day, and I'm totally fine with that because especially when you're not going anywhere, like there's no point in changing your clothes every day because you're just wasting clothes at that time,
Yeah, yeah, like increasing your water bill and all that.
Yeah, because you're not going anywhere, and since you're not going anywhere, you're not sweating at all, so there's no point in changing your clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you like taking showers and stuff like that. I'm not a huge I still take showers and stuff like that, don't get me wrong, but I've never liked water getting in my eyes, and it doesn't matter, like people are like say point your head down, it doesn't matter, it still gets in my eyes, especially soap and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just stuff like that just irritates me, and that's why I end up not liking it, is because uncontrollable stuff just ruins the experience for me, I guess.
Yeah, well, on the subject of like bathing and all that, I kind of have a problem where it's like some days when I know I need to fucking shower because I smell like a 2-week-old gym sock, I just get. The best way to put it is depressed, but not really. Where it's just like I feel like I'm missing out on everything. Well, I go take a shower and it sucks.
Yeah, on the topic of just bathing in general,
Yeah, okay, let me just finish my thing real quick about that. It's like I can't be fucked at all to do it. Like, what's the fucking point? That's what I think. Like, I know I need to, because like being unhygienic is just bad all around.
Yeah.
But it's just fucking I fall into a pit of like different shit, and then it's just I don't do it even though I need to.
Yeah. Yeah, just sometimes motivation is hard to come by, so I've over these like a lot of my life, motivation's just been really hard to come over, especially when you're in the situation like me where I can't really hear myself at all, It's not my voice, that I'm hearing. It's someone else's, It's a lot harder to motivate yourself when you can't, talk to yourself or hear yourself,
Yeah.
Kind of like, somebody can tell you that you should do this, but you're never gonna do it unless you do it yourself,
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what it is.
Yeah, that also goes to like cleaning my room and everything. Where it's just like I can't be fucked. Like I just can't do it. Like, I
Yeah.
lack the energy and motivation to even get out of bed sometimes.
Yeah. My room is really bad right now. Well, I can't really say that, but it's not good, but it's manageable. And sometimes just plates just pile up, and nobody can do anything about it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think the important thing there is to just remind yourself that you don't have to be perfect all the time. You're not holding yourself up to your own. You don't have a standard to hold yourself up to. Just as long as you're existing and you have something to be happy about, that's good enough for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah. I just.
Go on.
Yeah. Just just remember that there's always someone willing to help you.
Yeah, there's always someone willing to.
They're not gonna be. They may not be able to be happy to do it, but at least there's someone out there.
Yeah. I always do my best to try to be that person.
Yeah.
I like to help out when I can.
Yeah, I'm always willing to help people.
Yeah, sometimes you forget to help yourself.
Yeah, I've kind of like this whole server thing, with cancer culture and that. Sometimes you just you take care of something and then you kind of lose yourself taking care of it. So
yeah,
it's kind of good just to give it away, and then when you feel comfortable about taking it back, then that's the perfect time.
Yeah. Yeah. On the subject of a cancer culture, a kind of cancer culture, like knowing when a person's bad to be around, what is the line that you have to make there? Because no one's gonna be perfect, like, all the time. It's like,
Yeah, I mean,
like, when do their imperfections outweigh the benefit of keeping them around?
I mean, to be honest, the line can be subjective, but the standard, like, 3 rules are: be nice, keep to or be respectful, and help out when you need to, or something like that. But if you just come there to be like spam the chat and stuff like that, I don't think that's okay to have. Like with Uso, if you remember him, what he would, or he invited people without telling anyone. That's not a good thing to do.
Yeah. Not yeah, not okay. Oh my god, they have the sniper armada in there. I'm trying not to mention the game as much as little as possible because I don't want to get in the way of the recording with no context. But it's hard to ignore when there's like 9 fucking snipers aiming at you.
Yeah, it's just especially if it's like a server or something. Definitely, just whenever you think, or don't just, like, especially with admin, I know you have admin, I know you're important to the server. It's just I'm the owner of the server, you're not the owner. It's my decision, I guess.
It is your, yeah, I get that.
Because if if it was his server and he invited random people, I wouldn't care, because I'd be like, hey, who's these guys? And I wouldn't be able to question it, or if I didn't like it, I would make my own server.
You would be a dick. You would be a dick for questioning it.
Yeah, but you're just a moderator of the server. You're not the server owner.
Yeah, it's like this is your fucking land. This is you made this, not him.
Yeah.
It's not his right to just randomly invite.
Yeah, and
if you don't want
especially if you later go on and be like, I want to talk about this like a man, and stuff like that. It's like, no, you're not being a man for talking about it. You're just coming here. You're just coming.
Kind of being an obnoxious dickhead.
Yeah, you're just being stuck up about it. Especially if you just if you go on being like, oh, I don't like I hate when I look stupid or something like that. Then people are there to tell you when you're stupid, and if you feel bad about it, that's kind of the point,
Yeah,
I guess.
like it's not our fault that you should feel bad for being like, you should feel bad for being dumb, because if you're being
Yeah.
dumb and you're not doing anything to change it, then yeah, it's your fucking fault.
Yeah. And you can't come to anyone else to complain that we make you look stupid when you're being stupid. If you're being stupid, you're being stupid, and you can be called out for it and be criticized for it.
Yeah.
Because I guess you sound like, I don't know what's the word. What would be a good word for it? I guess spoiled?
A brat.
Yeah. Because, you have admin. You have the right to, if you ask me about it, you have the right to change something, Or if you want to make an announcement, you can make an announcement, or, anything like that. Just follow, I never had rules in set, but most of the rules
You have
should be
like societal rules, like just unwritten rules.
common sense. Yeah, common sense is
Like,
my main.
Don't be a dickhead and don't.
Yeah, all my rules are pretty much common sense. They're unwritten rules because they're common sense.
Yeah, you should understand like this or this is bad.
Yeah, if you asked about it, yeah, I'd probably be fine with it. But
Yeah,
since you didn't ask, and
asking is the principle that most people don't understand. Like, if you fucking ask, there's a high chance that they're gonna say yeah because they're your friend, and if they don't, well, just respect that.
yeah, because I was unwilling to invite him because he didn't ask, and I feel like it's 100% fair if I just say no, so he can learn next time to ask. I think that's perfectly reasonable, thing.
Not unreasonable at all, no. Yeah, just like in a similar vein, like at like my stuff, when it comes to like stuff I have.
Yeah.
If you ask me, I'll probably say yeah, but you need to ask. I'm not comfortable with you just randomly touching my shit.
Yeah, and if you touch my crap and then you ask afterwards after you doing it, I'm gonna say no because I don't trust you.
Yeah, like you already proved that you're willing to help yourself. Why the fuck would I just? If I say yeah now, what's gonna stop you from just taking it later?
Yeah, and and it's just don't let power go to your head, I guess, is the easy way to say it. Because Uso's like the perfect example. The admin to a dead server got to his head, and that's why he's gone.
I don't like letting any kind of power get to my head. I'm always like trying to humble myself as much as possible.
I really do feel bad. I could have done more, but at least I made a good couple of friends right now. So
yeah, you have good friends, but this is something that I think a lot more people need to hear. Is that if you said you could have done more, you're wrong. Like, with the current knowledge that you had of that situation and your current thought process, you saw that the only path in front of you was the one you took. Only looking back can you see that there was different alternatives, and that's when you start beating yourself up about it.
Yeah.
Which people really need to stop doing that, because like, no, you couldn't have. You weren't the person that you are now. You live with the knowledge of your mistakes, and you're better for it. Be better. Accept the past so that you can be better in the future.
Yeah, people are constantly changing, so that's a good mindset to have. People are always, people are always evolving. People are always changing. It's really good to have that.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's another thing why I'm always willing to give someone a second chance. Like
Yeah.
Everyone deserves a second chance because humans are dynamic. They are not something static that you can just expect to be the same all the time, because that's an unrealistic standard to hold.
Yeah. And a couple of people got mad at me for deleting Uso, but that's because they don't know him as long as I did, And
you're the server owner. You have that right.
Yeah, I've known him for over a year. These people I've just, met him,
Yeah.
like 4 or 6 months after I did, so you know, they don't know the thing. They don't know the history he's had around me. So
Yeah, they don't know what you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I think that's one of the biggest problems with like internet discourse in general. Is like because of the way that the internet operates and that everyone can be anonymous or hold up a face. It's hard to know that the exacts of a situation.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's some situations where you could just look at it and you know that's fucked. No matter who's in the right or wrong, it's fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in general, like, yeah, you knew what was happening. You knew him. You knew what he was good. You knew what he's like, and
Yeah.
you made a call based on that.
I knew what was coming up. I knew what he would do from then on, so I think it's perfectly reasonable to get that out before he causes further trouble, you know.
Yeah.
Because let's say I did keep him in, and then he gets a little too angry because at this point he was getting, you know, the power was getting to his head. He could easily just deleted a lot of people, you know.
Yeah.
And then there you go. My server's gone with no one in it except for me and Uso. Because he can't delete me because I'm the server owner.
Yeah. No, it's seems like a good call. It seems like you made the right call in that situation. Like maybe you could have just like demoted him or something. But again, with the thought process that you had, you could not have thought any different. And
you can go ahead.
I was just gonna say that with what you know, how you handled the situation, that's the best way that you could have handled it at that time.
Yeah, and at the time, you know, if I did demote him, guess what? He would go to whining about it, and that's just ruining everyone else.
You don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, there's other people there too that like talking, and I don't want to hear him complaining because that's going to ruin everyone's mood. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you made the right call. Like speaking from my level, you made the right call, and just speaking on.
Yeah, I just I thought I made the best move that I could, and yeah.
Yeah, if no one likes it, they have the right to their opinion. They have the right to voice that opinion. Don't be a dick about it.
Yeah, and he's the one who, another thing that just pisses me off about him is every time you would disagree with something that he would like, he would gaslight you. Literally, the definition of gaslighting is what he would do. And if I couldn't hate anyone for anything else, that would be a big one for it. You know, like you can't like I have an opinion. I'm gonna voice it, and if you get angry about it, that's fine. You know, disagree with it, but you don't have to go to this extreme limit of saying, you just hate it because you know you're not bad, or you know because you don't like the game genre, or oh hey I like this game so much, why do you hate it? You know, stuff like that.
I mean, you like the game. That's good for you. Good for fucking you. Yeah, but not everyone is gonna share your same opinion on that same viewpoint.
Yeah, and you know,
only children think that way.
Yeah, and it's also hilarious because I never and the biggest example that I can give you is Don't Starve. All right, I never said I hated the game. I never said that.
It just wasn't for you.
I just said it was boring, and he went to this extreme level of him and his friends are the exact same, but he went to this extreme level of just debating me on why I think the game is boring. And I just said the game's not meant for me. I get why people like it. It's just not for me. So why don't you understand that?
Yeah, not everyone. Yeah. Apparently, it's a bigger problem than you think it is. Like many people think like that, and it's not everyone has to agree with you.
Yeah.
You don't have to see eye to eye on literally everything.
Yeah.
To me, that would just be boring because there would be no new stuff coming in.
Yeah, there's, you know, if everyone had the same opinion, I don't think many people would realize how sad and depressing the world would be. You know, be like, oh, you like that thing that everyone else likes? That's what. To those guys. Those guys just got deleted, but anyways, yeah, those people, you know, the world, or you know, oh hey, you like the same thing that everyone else likes. Good for you. You know, there'd be nothing new.
Yeah, it would stagnate. Like even in a closed system. Like let's just say if you and Ayana, right? If you both liked everything that the other person likes, it would get boring quickly.
Yeah.
Because there'd be like no new influx of new things to talk about or anything. You would just
Yeah.
it would stagnate. Like
Yeah.
yeah. And
I mean, I can see if you get mad at the moment, you know, of somebody disagree. Like if it's an important subject, you know, I can say I can get why you get mad at the moment for them disagreeing with you, but you know, I'm not gonna make it some big thing. Oh, you like Trump because it's funny. I don't care, you know,
yeah.
stuff like that.
You know, when it comes to that situation, like in the moment, like when all that was happening, I was mad at people who said that they supported Trump. But now it's just like I don't care. It's over. It's done.
Yeah, it's done, and you can't do anything about it. So why should you care now? You know, like
Yeah.
like if you look at back at stuff like that. If you look back on them, yeah, he's a terrible person. He's a terrible president. But the only thing you can look back on is he was pretty funny. You know, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I do think it's important to not look at Trump in the eyes of like looking back on him. Like let's agree, he was the political train wreck, right?
Yeah.
That guy was just. But we shouldn't remember him as that. We should remember him as the hilarious motherfucker.
Yeah, because it's kind of like the same with Uso. You know, yeah, he was annoying and stuff like that, but he made some pretty good jokes when he wanted to. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
You know another thing that I
am not a bot. I am not.
oh, you can go ahead.
like, I generally don't believe in I generally don't believe that when people say they're pessimists that they're actually pessimists.
I don't even really know what that means.
Basically, am I using that word right? I don't remember, but basically they're like you have optimistic people who are like always like the future's good, and then you have pessimists who are like it all sucks.
Yeah.
Like I generally don't think that a lot of people that say that they're pessimists are actually pessimists. I think they're just confused. I mean, like looking at the world right now, there's nothing a lot of good that you could say about it. At least if you're like looking at the media and everything.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I mean, pessimists. You know, you can say that the world's not doing good right now. Of course, you know. Of course, you know, the world's going to end, you know, everyone's going to die, but look at your life, like, right now.
Yeah,
look what's
most
in front of you.
most of the people who say that everything sucks is living an awesome life with access to the internet and everything.
Yeah.
Like, they have the ability to feed themselves and all that.
Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, sometimes you can have the right to, you know, say it at the moment, you know?
Yeah.
Like look at today. Like, look at today, my arm broke. I lost my favorite pair of shoes, stuff like that. You can say the world sucks at that moment.
Yeah, but
you know.
Yeah, but like for mostly, I guess what I'm thinking about is like the emo teenagers who just spew it out with like no real understanding of the world around them. Like yeah, everything kids suck. Yeah, but you're just actively taking in the bad and ignoring the good. Like the fact that you have access to internet, which is basically infinite entertainment.
I guess I can't say anything here, but sometimes when you think like that, you know, sometimes it's hard to think about positive things. Because if you're like me, I've grown up thinking about negative, and I've been working with my therapist in Sydney and stuff like that to help me stop that, but sometimes it's a force of habit, and it's really bad, and I think it's really toxic to have.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, you know, like the day I got my Aussie, I got a golden gun. But
let's go, golden gun, shiny.
Yeah, but the rest of that day, it's, you know, like I wasn't doing good at sniper. I was having a headache all that day. I wasn't feeling good that day. You know, like stuff like that. You know, it's hard to think about the good when there's a lot of, you know, when there's bad also.
Yeah, I mean, like, when people consistently say that, every day they wake up and it's just, oh my god, everything is terrible, it's bad, we're such a bad situation. Or why did I give him that voice? my point
This is so bad.
My point is, Yeah, most of the people don't have a grip on, like, what is actually important. Important thing is, most of those people, I'm not saying there aren't exceptions, I'm saying that most of the people who say that have access to food and water, clean food and water. Like, you're not gonna get, like, a fucking, death from drinking the water.
Yeah.
They have access to that, they have access to internet and all that. And I'm not saying you can't be depressed either. Like, sometimes your brain is just weird.
Yeah.
But if you're just actively ignoring it and just putting the bad first and just it's toxic.
Yeah, it's
toxic for everyone around you and yourself, more importantly.
Coming from real actual personal experience, it's really bad.
Yeah.
I still have a problem to this day, and it's getting better, but you know, again, bad habits are hard to come out of, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm probably gonna get better later on, you know. I have severe depression right now and stuff like that. And I know I am gonna get better, you know, eventually.
Yeah,
It's just right now, it's, you know, really bad, and it's hard to think past that.
That's another thing. Like, depression. Like, you can't expect to just be happy the next day. Like, everything is good. It's all good. It's all happy. Like, when you have depression, it's a slow, eventual process.
Yeah.
Like, and no matter what, you're still gonna have days where it's just everything sucks. Where it just feels like everything sucks. But the important thing is getting better, like rounding up your overall.
Yeah.
Like overall,
and there is the thing where like people are like, yeah, you have food and water and stuff like that.
Yeah, that is a double-edged sword saying that.
Yeah, because you know sometimes, you know, especially when you're like younger and stuff like that. Yeah, I have food and water right now, but is it the food that I want to eat? You know, is it the water that I want to drink?
Is this the life that I want to live?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I get that. Like, mainly I'm talking about the people who have a great life and have great access to everything, and only say it for like a posterity's sake.
Yeah, like me, like I know I'm using me as an example, and
you're a pretty good example.
I have a gaming computer, I have all this, but you know, I can't get food right now, stuff like that.
Yeah, like
you know.
Yeah.
You know, and yes, I do have food to eat, but it's different because it's not the food I want to eat. You know. And that's what makes me, you know, sometimes it makes me really down, you know. Be like, oh, I'm eating hot dogs again for like the third day in a row and stuff like that. You know, sometimes it just gets really tiring eating the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I get what you're meaning. I get what you're saying about that. Like in the lower class.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there with you. Like, there'll be days where there's nothing in the fridge other than like one item, and it's just, you don't want to eat that, so you just try not to, but you know you gotta eat something.
Yeah. And you know, especially coming, again, you know, I don't, it's weird to talk about because, you know, I've been hiding it my entire life, but you know, I'm depressed and all that, you know, and you know, I've hid my depression like for a long time, and now that I'm talking about it, some people still don't believe me when I say that, but some people just, you know, some people think that people aren't depressed when they really are, you know?
Yeah, depression is more than just sad all the time. There's more to it than just boo-hoo, right?
Yeah.
You have like also like general loss of like motivation to do things that you once enjoyed.
Yeah.
You have all these other symptoms. Like, depression isn't sad.
Yeah, and it makes me kind of furious when okay, so yes, I do have a bad healthy lifestyle. I don't eat the food I need and stuff like that. But, you know, people are like, "Oh, you should lose weight" and stuff like that. And they're acting like I don't want to, I guess, you know? Like, I don't want to do that. I do. I really do. It's just hard.
Healthy food is expensive. Healthy food is
Yeah.
expensive to fucking eat. It's behind a fucking wall that you
Yeah.
gotta...
And it's, you know, and especially coming from a position like me, like, my leg, obviously, it had knee surgery and a metal plate in it, you know, and stuff like that. And, you know, when, it's hard to feel normal when you're like, you know, like, for the longest time since first grade to 14, I was scared that my knee would go out because if it went out like what once or twice more, I could literally get a new knee. I would be forced to get a new knee, and that terrified me. And to this day, I still think that my knee could go out at any second. So that's why I don't like walking. And also, it's just extremely boring to walk alone. So
Yeah.
you know, it's just hard to get over traumas sometimes.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to think, because every time sometimes when I'm laying down on the ground, I look at my knee and then I get like some sort of weird Vietnam flashback, like I see my knee out of place and I get really freaking nervous, like to the point where my face turns white,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have anything that bad. Like, I don't have like anything that hangs over my head like that. But I get what you mean, like seeing something. Like I constantly have dreams. Because for a short stint I was homeless, like literally homeless. Sleeping in a van and everything.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll have dreams about like not having a place to sleep at all, and I'll wake up and you still feel petrified, like, oh god, I don't have a place to go. I don't have a place to sleep.
Yeah. And this is another big example that I can give when it comes to that. Fire. Yes, I'm currently dating a pyromaniac right now, but and honestly with Sydney, I feel like at this point I feel like I'm gonna be with her forever, and I'm not complaining at all. But
oh hell yeah, that's good. That's a good attitude to have, right fucking there, man.
I mean, a lot of people, when it comes to that, they have a gut feeling, and honestly, I get the gut feeling too. So
yeah, I feel like me and Mix are gonna work out too. I think the important thing about relationships that I guess a lot of people don't see is that you are going to have bad days. You're going to have days where you can't really, being around the other person is just hard.
Yeah.
But
I like looking at obviously you and Mixie aren't gonna be, you're not gonna be perfect. We're gonna
have our disagreements. We're gonna have days where we just can't fucking stand each other. Well, not really like that, but
sometimes, or well, actually a lot of the time, it's actually you become closer together with those days.
Like by the end of it, yeah. Like, the important thing about relationships isn't that you're perfect all the time. Is that when it gets bad, you can turn to each other.
Yeah, like every time, like me and Sydney, we've had arguments before. Like nothing too major. You know.
Yeah, I'm with you right there. I've never had like a major argument with Mixie.
Yeah, and I was talking to Sydney, but she, obviously you and Mixie are kind of different. You guys are in real life, sort of, but
we're semi-real life.
But me and Sydney are completely online, and it worries me to death whenever I'm not knowing what she's doing, because she could literally be doing anything, and I would not know. And since it's online, she's not obligated to tell me, but. I in the back of my mind, I have a sense of trust. I do trust her, but
that's good. That's
it's kind of like it's like right brain versus left brain. One's thinking one thing, and the other one's thinking the other. But yeah, we've had arguments, nothing too major, but I love her more and more every day, and
oh god, I know that feeling.
And I met her in real life, actually, and god, she was perfect. I cannot get over it. But
I'm assuming it went beautifully.
It was, and I couldn't have asked for. Honestly, people have their doubts, like my dad and stuff, because
young love.
Yeah, but literally anything is possible, and especially like the relationships that you and I have with our girlfriends, it's different when it comes to other people,
Yeah, like every person can be different about like how they fucking handle the situation or whatever.
Like, it's, if it was like some random girl, from my school or something that was in real life, it wouldn't be the same between me and Sydney because she feels like my soulmate, But if it was somebody random, I probably would think the exact opposite. I'd probably think that we're gonna, dissipate eventually. But I don't feel that with Sydney at all. I feel like I met someone or I met, the perfect person for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I've had people who've learned about like me and Mixie's relationship. I've had them come to me and they're like, "How do you guys know you're gonna work out? How do you know that?" And the simple answer is, I just feel it.
Yeah.
I just feel it in like my bones. I mean, my calcium is telling me that this is gonna work.
Like, I looked at Sydney directly into her eyes and I said, "I love you," and she said, "I love you too," and I felt genuine. I felt genuine emotions from that, and
like your part of the puzzle is finally complete.
yeah, if you look at that's a good way of telling, if it's good, is if you can look at them directly in their eyes and say something sweet or say "I love you," and you look at them back, because Sydney told me that she doesn't like looking at people in the eyes, but it's different knowing that you are the only person that she can look in the eyes and say "I love you" to.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a different feeling. Like it's you. That's how you can really tell if they're if they're really committed, is if you can look at each other in the eyes.
And it's good to know that you guys are it's good to know that you guys are on that level. On that level with each other. I've done the same thing with Mixie, and yeah, that feels fucking awesome.
And it's kind of funny because even 4 days into it, I looked up little hints and stuff saying that you're gonna marry this person or so what. Guess what? I could say even in 4 days in, I could say yes to every one of those questions, and I think that's just genuinely just an amazing thing to have.
Yeah.
Because some people are like they kind of just put online dating as oh, it's it's never gonna stay forever because even my dad was like this. He's like, oh, it's not gonna last because I've never seen it last. Well, do you know enough people who've online dated or stuff like that? It's different. It's changing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course, no one knows, but then again, as time goes on, you get little hints.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I genuinely don't think that she likes anyone else but me, and it makes me super happy that I can actually physically say that with someone else.
Yeah, God, I know the fucking feeling. Mixie's just... Yeah, man, fucking... You ever just look at a person, look at, like, Ayana smile, and you're just like, God damn, yes.
Yeah. I looked at her smile, and legit, it brightened my day right there.
Oh,
and
yeah, fucking hell, yeah.
it wasn't even in real life. Like, the first day that we started dating, and I saw her, we were, like, I think it was, like, video chatting.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw her smile, and God, that felt like the best day of my life.
Oh my God, yes. I don't know, but I've fucking 2 years in, still with Mixie. Whenever she says that she loves me, I can hear fireworks in my head.
Yeah, like every time that, yeah, and she's she's more of the people like yeah, she I guess it's hard to word in my head, but sometimes she just wants to spend time with her friends, and I understand that. I get that. She wants to spend time with you guys, but I just
you just want her around all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
that's
when she's
why
away, you're incomplete.
And some people say that's really clingy, but I don't think. I think it's a good trait to have, to always want to be there with them.
Yeah, I'm fucking with you there. Like, I love being around Mixie all the time. I am the clingy type, but so is she. So it's...
Yeah, it works because Sydney's the clingy type too. But
Yeah. Does she ever like grab onto you and just hold on like for dear life?
Yeah, whenever we first met, she I don't know, is weird, but she she got really nervous around my parents because, well, obviously, yeah, but then
Parents.
I just kind of hugged onto her in the car when I think it was like at a gas station, but I just hugged onto her and it was, God, I love the. It's weird. I sound like a creep when I say it, but I just love her smell.
Yeah, yeah, it's like everything, like everything about that person just hardwires in your brain to, yes, this is good.
Like she didn't even like she didn't smell like anything, but you know, it's weird. It's like you don't have a smell, but yes.
Mmm, the air is different around you.
Yeah.
It feels good in my nostrils.
At first, I was like, I tried to come in with like a big brother type of attitude, but I thought that was really weird. So I was like, screw it. Like you said, don't test the waters, just jump right in. So that's what I did, and then I had a really sweet moment. I, I did. Okay, so this may be sad, but I did get my first kiss with her, and I don't know why people say that's normal, but to me it feels really sad because 'cause it's hard to stay around people that I got my first kiss at 15 because most people are like, oh yeah, I've gotten a girlfriend when I was like in kindergarten, but you know, I wanted to wait. First, I wanted to wait, but other part is I'm too scared to talk to people. But I've kind of gone over that fear, and especially with her, I had like a magical conversation. That's how we like really bonded at first. But you know, yeah, I did get my first kiss from her, and I'm always gonna remember it, and
Yeah,
I can't
Mixie,
wait to.
Mixie was my first kiss too. Um,
Yeah, and I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait to see her again, and I know it's online, and and I'm never gonna like, I'm never gonna get the feeling, of real life through the computer, online and stuff like that. But the thing that really helps me with that is, it's kind of so like how some parents or some people like, oh, when you're 5 or something, if you work up to like certain amount of points, you get like a car when you're 16 or something like that.
mhm.
It's kind of the same with me, but with waiting.
Well, remember, 18 is not that far away, and at that point in time, you can kind of fucking make your own decisions.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna move down there when I'm 18, if I
Like,
can. But yeah, as it's that's kind of how I was. If I wait long enough, I'll eventually get to see her, and then the car for me is moving down there with her. So
yeah.
and
I already kind of did with mixing. I know that sounds weird. Like, the thing about it is, me and my mom are traveling spirits, right? Like,
yeah,
we're never we always want to go around. We always want to drive around. We always want to do something new and different. So like moving down here by Mixie was super obvious because we had nowhere else to go. Most of my family's a bit of a train wreck, and we don't really want to be around that. And where I was, had my dad, who really is an unhealthy person to be around for extended periods of time. So
yeah,
it just seemed like kind of natural that this is where we'd go. And we're enjoying it. Yeah, the exact situation allowed me to have this godsend of being able to be closer to Mixie.
yeah. I mean, like when I was driving down there, it's weird. I hate this place. I don't like being here, but immediately when I went down there, I feel like
Home.
this is kind of like, yeah, a home or like a paradise. I want to be here more. And
Yeah,
then
I felt the same thing. Like,
and guess what? When I went on the road home,
You were
immediately
sad.
I was sad, but guess what? Immediately when I was going home, I felt, or when I was in my state or whatever, I felt sick. I guess like I wanted to throw up.
God, yeah, I kind
And
of know that fucking. Yeah, I didn't have that exactly, but like as I know, me and my mom were gonna leave Kentucky, which is where Mixie lives. I just fucking knew that knew that there was no way that I was going to feel the same way back at home, compacted on top of the still feeling, the feelings that I have for my father, which aren't pleasant ones, by the way.
Yeah.
I just hated leaving. It didn't feel like I was returning home. It felt like I was going back to prison.
Yeah. Because, you know, and I've told them about this, you know, I've told about my parents. It's hard to explain, but I can't do it because I don't have money right now.
Yeah, you don't have the money. You're just not in the prime situation to do it right now.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to change when I'm on my own. But right now, they, you know, to them this is their dream home, you know. But I don't feel at home here, you know.
It doesn't feel like home for you, and it won't as long as Ayana is somewhere else.
Yeah, and it's always another fact of, you know, both my parents wanted to kill themselves where I live, you know, around where I live. And I feel like that's a terrible place to be at, you know. Why would I want to live in a place where both of my parents wanted to be in their graves, you know?
Yeah, that's... I don't know the feeling, but just thinking about it, that just sounds horrible.
Yeah, I don't want to be like around that. All of my bad memories happened here, and I feel like people would probably think, oh, you're just... this pyro has no head. But people would probably think, oh, you're just running away from my problems. I'd be like, well, no, not really, because, you know...
Like, are you fucking literally just, like, taking off running? No, the fuck you're not. You're not running away from the problems. You're just not happy with that current environment.
Yeah, why would I want to live where the problems are happening, you know?
Yeah,
like,
where the problems keep compounding.
Yeah,
Don't you like living on the edge of an active volcano? Like, it's gonna erupt, and you know it is. Moving from an active volcano is not a sign of running away. It's a sign of self-preservation.
Yeah, what? Okay, let's take two situations and let's put them together. Okay, situation one, I stay here forever, alright? I never move out of the state. I live here. This is my home, okay? I get really depressed and I end up with really terrible thoughts. And that's situation one because of all the buildup that's happened and stuff like that. But situation two, I move out, okay? I'm in a healthier environment. I'm surrounded by people who love me. I'm surrounded by actual friends, and I am in such a good mindset and stuff like that.
Well, situation one, obviously, suicide is badass.
But yeah, the situation changes because I'm not in the place, you know, I'm not in a place where I call prison, you know.
Yeah.
Because no, okay, let's say if I was happy where I was, you know, if I was happy here, if I wanted to live here, sure, that's fine, but I don't want to live here. I don't want to be here.
It's like your heart is somewhere else. Your heart is not in the place that it is.
Yeah. And if I'm staying here, then, you know, I'm making a problem worse, you know? That's like saying, oh, if you smoke more, you're gonna stop smoking. No. You're gonna get lung cancer, and you're gonna make the problem worse.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not gonna smoke yourself into stopping. You're gonna get worse.
Yeah, you're just gonna turn your lungs into the darkest material on Earth. That's all you're doing.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. That's what I feel like I would do if I stayed here, I guess. So
you would become too far gone as a person.
Yeah, and you know, it's either I do jump off a cliff, or I hurt someone else around me because of my, you know, because I lost who I was, and I don't want to be like that. So
yeah.
That's why I want to get out of here. You know.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people around me, you know, well, I don't want to call them. I have a couple of friends in real life, but they don't really feel like friends. They feel like acquaintances, and I don't like.
They feel like people you keep around, so you don't have to say that you have no friends.
Yeah, and yeah, you know, a lot of them have the exact same plan that I do, getting out of here and going somewhere else to make themselves happy. And you know what, they have my full disclosure. They go right ahead. If it makes you happy, do it.
I love the name of your sniper rifle, by the way.
I came up with it myself.
Oh, all of it, all natural, 100% your idea, huh?
Yep, actually it was. I said, hey, can you name it this? And then, that's kind of what I'm known for, right? That's kind of one of our jokes.
Just murdering people for Sydney.
Yeah, I do it. I don't know why, but it first originated with, like, it first originated from this joke, like, I'm Sydney's hard counter, and then I would use my skills to, do whatever Sydney wants me to do. And then I was like, hey, could I do it for chocolate coins? And then, if you guys don't, or if you don't know, chocolate coins means, wink wink, but, yeah, it's just, yeah.
I thought you literally meant the chocolate coins.
No, but I get paid for, I get paid with, acts of kindness, if you want to call it that.
Charitable acts.
Yeah, but, yeah, it just became a common joke with me and Sydney, and it just stuck. And I never want to change it, because that's basically what I am. I'm a hitman for chocolate coins.
I bet it tastes sweet.
Yeah.
Just imagine your neck sticking out further as you said, yeah.
Yeah, not a lot of people get it, and it's because me and Sydney have dirty minds, but it's I never wanted to explain it to begin with, because it's like, I thought, like, you had the same reaction.
Sniper,
I thought
spy behind you.
I thought it's kind of like the reaction you had. Oh, they're not actually chocolate coins, something, or something like that.
Yeah, I gotta admit, it's now that I know, it's so much fucking funnier.
Yeah.
It's like whenever I hear it, I'm just gonna be like, eh.
Why do you think I constantly switch teams when she asks, or she says she's gonna give me chocolate coins? Like, to be honest, chocolate coins are not that good. That may sound like a surprise, but they're not that good.
Wait, I fucking love them.
I don't know if it's the chocolate coins I get, but most of them taste like very generic chocolate, so I don't really like generic chocolate. It's more, I like Hershey's more and stuff like that, so. But yeah, it's kind of funny when, you're the only person I had to explain it to, but.
Yeah, this is probably getting cut out of the video, huh?
No, keep it in.
keep it in. I could fucking have Knight edit it if you don't want to edit it.
I don't feel like editing it. Yeah, you can have Knight do it.
Yeah, I don't fucking edit my own shit either. I have Knight do it.
Yeah, it's just do you have any like good jokes that you have with Mixie actually?
Good jokes. The only one that only one that I really that really makes me laugh every time is that Knight bought her a big strap-on dildo she uses to fuck me when I'm doing bad.
Yeah.
Me and Mixie don't. Again, I'm more of an open book than anything, so I don't really fucking hide.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. No, I understand people that do. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I am an open book.
Yeah.
So I'm just I just fucking love the random thought of Mixie, I'll fuck you if you do this.
Yeah, it's definitely she. I don't know why, but Sydney knows my weaknesses, and it's kind of scary.
Oh yeah, yeah. They will use it to manipulate you. It has happened to me more times than I can count.
I know, and it had she knows. It's like 2 days in, I didn't even tell her what I was into. She already knew, and it was kind of scary. It was kind of scary and awesome at the same time. It was like less work and also how.
How did you learn? This was a secret.
Like I told you, or one time we were all talking about fetishes or something like that,
Yeah.
And I said I don't really have one, but I do like cat girls. And guess what?
Guess who you're dating?
Legit. She's like, I got a special outfit for you because I was trying to meet her that month. It was like the month summer started, and I guess I didn't get to do it, but she was like, I have an outfit picked out, and then she's like, then she said, I I'm not gonna tell you until you get here. And then she showed me it, and then guess what? Later on, she was like, "I'm gonna ask." She has a friend called Alex, and she's like, "So he has like some cat. So or he has some cat. It's Alex is transgender, but I still have the problem of messing it up. But
oh god, I still do it with Knights. Don't feel bad.
yeah, yeah.
Like she's a she, okay, but my brain is still remembering the time when she was a he.
Yeah, I only know Alex as a he, but his parents, his parents don't like that he's a he and not a she, so everyone calls him.
They don't like that he's has a manufacturing error, as they say.
Yeah, they don't appreciate that he wants to be his own human, but everyone calls him Elizabeth, and
Elizabeth, beautiful name.
Yeah,
reminds me of tyrannical fucking queens.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to. Well, actually, it's really easy to get them confused when, when somebody's talking about this person and this name, and then you only know them as this name, but it's just math that hurts.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's going off subject. But he had some cat girl ears. And so he's like, so he was like, do you want me to just like borrow some of these? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scary because she wore them for a little bit when I was there, and I'm just gonna say that I was happy.
You had big dick energy.
Something was definitely going up for me.
Mm-hmm. Something's going up, and it is not the dispenser.
Something's going up, and it's definitely not my brain. So
definitely not your IQ level.
Yeah.
I just wrecked that medic. Good lord.
But yeah.
Erectin and erectin.
it's yeah, and I don't know why, but apparently, so I've had like a couple of girlfriends before, like 2, but they the first one didn't last very long, and the second one was controlling by one party for a year, and they didn't actually love me and stuff like that. I'm not going too deep into it, but yeah, she was surprised that I'm good at this. And it's because I don't really have experience, but I have knowledge. It's weird to explain. I know what I'm doing, even though I don't have experience. Like
I can only assume what we're talking about, and I'm just gonna nod my head.
It's kind of okay. It's weird. Okay, let me explain it a little bit better. So, well, I guess the only way to explain it is TF2. I have prior knowledge from other FPSs, and I looked up a bunch of tutorials on how to play the game before that. So, I knew what classes to pick and all that. So, when I first started playing TF2, I was in the middle of the scoreboard, stuff like that. I knew what I was doing before I jumped in,
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny, and I'm only gonna say this once, but I am a magician of turning people on for some reason.
Wait, while you're a fucking magician, I'm an apprentice that forgot his spellbook at home.
I don't know why. I'm just a magician when it comes to this stuff, and she was really surprised, and she still asks me to this day how I'm so good at it. And to be honest, I don't know. I just do it.
I'm better with physical than I am with words, for some odd reason. Even though I'm a wordy person, like I prefer words more than anything. Words of life.
She and I guess surprisingly a lot of other people, they really like my voice.
Yeah, your voice is to me it's really soothing, like an off-brand nature documentary person.
Yeah, they really like my voice, and
like this is not an insult, but you have a voice perfect for radio.
I guess that's why I should do a podcast, but
yeah, me and my wife, my voice is like, hello everybody, welcome to Gamer Night.
But yeah, oh, that's a spy. That spy's gonna dead ring. But yep, there he is. Anyways, yeah, my voice is just really good for some reason. And it's kind of hard to say that you have a good voice when, you know, especially when you have the knowledge of, oh wait, my voice sounds different in real life than it does in my head, you know?
Yeah.
Or, you know, that's what kind of terrified me at first, because I was like, I sound like I have a good voice in my head, but do I really? And apparently I do, so, yeah.
Hello, ladies.
I don't know why, I'm just a magician when it comes to turning people on, and it's weird to admit that, but it's true. I don't know how.
So basically, you're Ed Sheeran.
Basically.
You're American Ed Sheeran.
Basically Ed Sheeran, but without the music.
Ed Sheeran, Ed Sheeran sans the musical ability.
Yeah, that's basically. I don't know how, but that's basically what it is. So yeah, I like. I don't know if I should say this. I don't know if Sydney's gonna say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. But she got she got a little bit too excited. Like, we weren't even dating, but she got a little bit too excited, and yeah.
Oh.
We had I had like the longest conversation about basically speaking to my twin. I don't know why, but it feels I don't know why, but it's weird. I feel like I'm Sydney from a different, or Sydney feels like another me from a different universe, but she also feels like a different you from another universe. But basically, how we started dating is we had a long conversation that spanned over 8 hours, full talking through all of it, and I'm not gonna lie, it was like the best time of my life. But
Yeah, that conversation where you like where one of you pops a question or just comes to a mutual agreement is so fucking amazing.
yeah, and so basically I was like, I went down like, oh, this happened in my life, and then she was like, oh, that happened in my life too, but a little bit different, and
Except I'm a girl in this one.
Yeah, it happened so many times to the point where I was like, I think we should get married.
I think, yeah, I got a ring, an onion ring. Let's do it right here, right now.
You know, and you know, the biggest surprise I think of all of it is she said, or I was talking, or something along the lines of, she said, oh yeah, the hospital I was born in, it got it was shut down or something along the lines of that.
Fuck?
And I said, and guess what? The same thing happened to me. And I was like, oh wow, what? What? Am I getting lucky? Is this happening right now? It was the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me, and I'm so glad it happened. So yeah, that's kind of my kind of how that happened, and yeah, kind of how I met the person of my dreams.
I'm gonna say this. I guess this is going on the record, right?
Yeah.
I have a foot fetish. It's like it's just I'm not embarrassed by it or anything. It's just one of the things that it like never really comes up naturally. Now I'm forcing it into this conversation because we were tangentially talking about it. But
okay, that pulls up the question. I'm gonna say it right now. Have you sucked Mixie's toes?
Oh god.
Have you? I gotta know.
Okay, I won't lie. I am going on record. I did. It's not for me.
I just had to. That was
no.
so perfect.
I fucking completely 100% understand because even though I have it, I would still ask another person if they came out. Like, did you suck toes? How's it feel? No, what's it like? Bro, I completely.
So what's your favorite toe so far?
Yeah, reveal the truth to me, please.
Yeah.
I need to know.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, it's super not obvious, I guess, because like most people are like, it's a toe pic. But I'm just no, it's just a fact. It's just one of the many facts about me that exist. I'm not weird like that.
Yeah.
There's so much nuances to it, but well,
yeah.
Mixie knows that, and she's also not afraid to use it against me.
I'm just imagining now that you're in like one of those like really red rooms, you know, with a love-shaped bed.
Love-shaped bed.
It's really hot in there, so like she slowly takes off her socks or something. So you have a sock, big boy?
Oh, come get it, boy. Come get my sweaty toe.
You wanna lick this some dirt on the bottom?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not fucking into that kind of shit. It's more of these are very nice to look at.
That's. They should have museums with people with really nice feet. That'd be really funny.
Oh god. Oh god. It is very fucking
I like how that big toe moves to this is slightly left.
I like that. I like that split in between. I'm gonna put my juice on it. No, I'm not super. Yeah, if as you've noticed, I'm not really super fucking gross about it. It's not a. I told
kept going for the toes.
I said this to Aeon and Knight last night, and they were both like, "That's a joke." I'm like, "No, no, it's not a joke. It's just not. It's just I'm not a creep about it."
Yeah.
Like I'm not. I'm a fucking Dan Schneider.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny when people say, "Oh, I have a, I don't know, a fetish for hair." And it's like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna just wrap it around and go for a tug?
I also like legs. I also like. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really come from experience. I don't have a weird fetish because.
A gecko.
No, I'm fucking. You really bold me, but you know.
I'm fucking with you.
I know, but it's I don't like I don't know, like I don't have a weird one because I think cat girls are not a weird one to have, you know.
Yeah, I guess it's not that weird like today's time. Like in a time where you have people like sucking toes in public parks, this isn't weird.
like there's some people out there who are super like I like rubbing my feet in chicken or something like that. That's when it gets weird. But I like girls wearing cat ears for some reason. That just seems nice to me.
But you don't want to have to deal with the implications of is this bestiality?
I put a special thing in that.
I'll use my scratcher post on it, alright.
Yeah, it's just like it's not like when it comes to me and cat girls, it doesn't like the tail. It's
mainly the ears.
I know what that tail is, and but I don't really look for that. It's just the cat ears.
It's an appealable trait. That's the same way it is for me and feet.
Yeah. It's just the cat ears I just find them cute when it's on girls, so yeah, and it's always funny when have you ever just like okay, this may be weird, but have you ever just gone to like have you ever just gone to like a foot doctor and be like, is he doing this because he likes the job or because he's letting out some pent up aggression? I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but is he coming in because he likes the job or is he coming in for something extra?
Yeah, does he want more out of life?
Is he coming this for a reason or is he just generally?
Is there ulterior motives?
Am I gonna have to rub something that I don't want to rub today?
Am I gonna touch something that I don't really want to touch?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's sometimes you just think about that. Like when you go to a back doctor or like a chiropractor, it's like, does he get off to the cracking noises or does he generally care about my health? Like there's so many weird doctors out there. Like there's like like you gotta know that something is suspicious with the doctors who touch your balls or something like that.
Yeah, like you're gonna think about it. Like, does he like putting fingers in my ass? Is he into this? Is he getting more out of this than I am? Better health for him too.
Like if you come like who generally like I care about this guy's dong, it looks or I
want to make sure this guy doesn't have a bad cock. Or is he trying to make sure that I have a nice one?
Yeah, is he like he's centrally rubbing me, should I call the police or does he
Does he
Or
care
does
too
he-
much?
Because
Does he care or does he care too much?
is he looking for cancer, or because like who came in to elementary school, where they ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to touch guys' balls for a living.
I wanna feel the genitalia in my hands.
I want to feel what it means to be a man.
I wanna show men good times.
like it's either you want to become a prostitute and you're too scared to say it out loud, so you come up with a mediocre alternative, or you genuinely care if I have cancer or not. Like, how many like obviously they're not gonna touch your balls and be like, ooh, this feels nice. They're not gonna say that, but you gotta wonder what they're thinking in their head.
Yeah, because like you gotta be around this all the time. Like at some point you're gonna start liking it more than you should.
Yeah, and it's also a little weird when all of them are very old, sweaty men.
Like, are you okay? Do you need to live life some more before you die?
Have you ever went to one of those doctors to see like a hot nurse or something? No, it's always a 50-year-old sweaty man who's probably balding.
Yeah, I don't go to hospitals very frequently, so like the last time I went to hospital was like a year ago because I got an earbud, like the gummy part of the earbud stuck in my fucking ear.
I'm not gonna question it.
No, I can fucking fully explain this shit. So I like to sleep with like headphones on now, but back in the day I used to have Bluetooth earbuds that I would sleep on.
Yeah.
And the thing about earbuds is, when you push on them, they go further in your ear.
Yeah.
And I woke up and and it happened frequently where I would go to take it out, and the earbud would get stuck in my ear, but I could just take it out. It was Well, this one decided, no, fuck you, I'm going deeper. So I woke up and it's just deep in my ear and I can't get it out. And I'm like, Mom, I have a problem. We tried using a vacuum to get it out.
What? Why would you use a vacuum to get on it?
We just pushed it against my ear and just turned it on and sucked. It didn't work, so I had to go to the fucking hospital. And like,
that probably made the problem worse.
Probably. It didn't help it for sure.
Yeah, because if if you told me that, I would not be surprised if you had hearing problems afterwards.
No, but yeah, the nurse literally just took like a special pair of like tweezers, just went in, took it out, and that was it.
Yeah.
I still have the papers from that. And, like, I was talking to like people in the fucking hospital, like 3 or 4 people, like all like doctors and medical people were like, yeah, that's happened to me too. I'm like, what the fuck?
Welcome to the club. Yeah, it's weird because when you think of what you would call unusual things like getting a bug stuck in your ear, let's say that.
Oh god, yeah, that's happened to a lot of people.
It's never happened to me, and it's weird to think that's actually happened. But they've gotten as big as like some of the bigger wasps out there and stuff like that.
Oh god.
Yeah, like stuff like that. You don't you think that they would feel that, like a spider or something, but no, they just don't feel it, and it's weird. Sometimes, because eventually it got to the point where their ear is literally in pain for them to realize, oh hey, there's something stuck in my ear. I should probably get that removed.
Yeah, I should get that looked at. Well, it's time for my yearly checkup. Because
it goes with a lot of things that people think are unusual, but they're actually not. Like when I thought, especially with me, a lot of weird things have happened to me when it comes to hospitals and stuff. But it got to the point where I was like, my knee went out, and they're like, oh god, not again. I was like, wait, what? I've never heard this happening before. When could your knee actually go out of place? And well, it was a little easier coming up with, because my mom had the same issue, but it was still that sense of, wait, what? That's a thing.
Yeah, this happens. This just happens.
Yeah, like when I put my hand in a fire pit, not on purpose, because I'm not that dumb, but I was walking back. I was walking back with my my dad from the bathroom, and I accidentally tripped into a fire pit. And I try to explain this to a lot of people, but the coals are still hot. It burned out naturally, and the coals are still really hot. So I got second-degree burns and a giant mark on my hand to prove it. So yeah, like yeah, it's just, and then the doctors are like doctors were acting like it was completely normal when I was like 5. I was like, wait, people have put their hands on fire like I have. You know, it's kind of like the X-Men. This kid thinks he's really weird, but then he finds a group of other kids who are just as weird as he is.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good way to explain it. But
Mixie's a fully fledged, 100% burn victim. Why did I say it like that? You are a burn victim too. But what I mean by that is like her face, her left side, like her left arm, and some spots on her other parts of her body have been burned in a fire.
Yeah, and I feel so terrible, like I've heard it from her, and she seems like she's fine with it, but I still feel really bad. But yeah, like I don't like it. I used to not say that I'm a burn victim, even though I am.
You really are.
I really am, but people wouldn't think about it, because I just have a mark on my hand. That's nothing, but I still have the scars, mentally from it.
You're still a burn victim.
Yeah.
Like just because you don't have like
just because I'm not deformed or something. Or,
yeah, just because you're not fucking Zuko, it doesn't mean that you're not a burn victim.
Yeah, kind of like a I don't know, like World War II type people. Yeah, like let's say drummer boys from the Civil War. Yeah, they didn't do anything. They played instruments and they were but they still saw crap. They still experienced.
They went through it.
Yeah.
You would still call them veterans.
Yeah, you can still call them veterans, even though they they literally just played drums and I guess stood back and watched the fight. But
everyone has to do something. So there's a high chance that a lot of those people saw actual combat.
Yeah. So yeah, stuff like that. Like you're not to a degree of someone else, but you're still to a degree.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, Mixie's severe.
Kind of play on words there. Degree to a degree.
Yeah, no, third degree, her face and everything, and she has confidence issues with it, but I am telling you, that girl is fucking hot and pretty. Goddamn, my mini Frosty loves it.
Sydney's she's hot, but nothing really bad's happened to her, but
yeah, there's no real deformities, at least not at the visual level.
It
would be weird if I knew that, oh hey look, her fucking inner thigh has like 3rd-degry burn marks.
Thigh is like has a hole in it or something like that, but
then you'd be like, wait, what the fuck? But at a surface level, it seems like she has no like real deformities.
Like yeah, she could look like a toast, piece of toast or something like that. I'd still love her to death. God.
Yeah, I feel like
she could look like what she could look like what Fat Albert would be in real life. I still wouldn't
She could look like Fat Albert.
I'd still love her to death. Like yeah, I can't get over her. So it's gotten to the point where it's messing with me in school. Like it's not messing with my grades or something like that. But have you ever just have you ever just had the worry of, oh, if I get up, I might embarrass myself?
Oh yeah, so a third appendage might be around. Yeah, I've had that.
They may see someone go camping.
I better put something over my lap when I get up.
Yeah, it's gotten to that point.
Oh god, it fucking sucks because I go over to Mixie's house fairly frequently. Things will happen, brain will do, and then bada bing, bada boom, I now got a third secret to hide. I can say the same with me and Sydney. Like in front of her parents too. Like, oh boy, I hope her father doesn't pick me up by the testicles and drags me across the living room.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, me and Sydney, she's like, okay, so she's a master of doing making the third guy or making the second guy go woo. but you know, like
Yeah, wait, third guy? What?
third guy. That's my third arm, but but no, yeah, she's probably just like
Welcome to the
I don't-
sexual innuendo fucking episode.
But I do gotta say, it's I guarantee you it's only with me, but she's a master at it, and it's kind of scary because at any moment, if I brought my phone with me and I actually had Wi-Fi, at any moment I'd be dead. Moment I walk up, oh, the people I sit with are like, oh, what did you text to that special person? Yeah, it's just like at any moment I could have a ticking time bomb go off, and it's scary. Like I never knew this, but do you still go to school or stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm not enrolled yet, but I do homeschool.
Okay, I was about to say because you never talk about your friends or something or
Yeah, it's not really something that is super interesting to really talk about. Like, oh yeah, I get moderately good grades and I do moderately well, and yeah, it's not.
Yeah, I didn't want to ask you before because I thought it would be rude,
No, it would not be rude at all, man.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a fair thing to ask.
Yeah, because you never talk about that stuff, and I find it weird that me and Cindy talk about it all the time, but
Yeah, it's just nothing really interesting or of note happens, so I just don't bring it up. But yeah, it's pretty boring, pretty run of the mill, just bullshit. Well, not bullshit, but it's shit.
Yeah, because I mean homeschool it sounds really interesting. It sounds like something I would enjoy because school school right now isn't right for me, I guess, right now. I mean, I've had serious thoughts of dropping out and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, okay, I'm not exactly the smartest person to go to for stuff like this, but I'm pretty sure, like, if you do, at a later point in time, you could go back and take the classes that you missed and get, like, a high school diploma or whatever.
Yeah, it's
like, the main thing you gotta reach for is, like, it's like a high school diploma.
Yeah, because, yeah, like, and people are like, if you drop out now, you're never going to be able to go back. Even though I find it bullcrap that people in their 70s right now are taking high school and graduating.
Yeah. Yeah, no. You fucking can, man. You can.
Yeah.
It mainly, I feel like school is just like I heard a conspiracy theory that school's around to, like, desensitize you to the world, and while I don't necessarily agree with that, I believe it does have that effect on some people.
Yeah.
It's
like,
not good.
I've talked to recently I'm taking therapy right now, and
That's good.
And, yeah, well, I haven't like gone to like an actual session. I've just met both of them, but I did get to talk about how a lot of, I didn't talk to him in depth, but I've said that's literally me in a corner, but I've said this before, but there's just been so many hobbies that's just gotten beaten out of me, like my 8th, or was it 8th grade? 7th? It was one of my art classes, and yeah, I did one thing wrong, well, debatably wrong, and guess what? I never wanted to draw again. I gave up on it, and then kind of a passion came back later on. Right now I don't draw very much anymore, but that passion still came back, and it came back gradually when I was at home all the time.
Yeah. I do feel like I gotta throw the pitch out there that me and Knight are working on our stories like 100% constantly. But the one thing that me nor Knight is good at is visuals, like assigning visuals. Well, Knight is better than me, but I'm not good at putting visuals to things. So if you had wanted to, yeah, I could throw you some stuff your way, and you could see.
Yeah, sure. I'm not the best drawer, but it
would be something to do.
Yeah, I do take pride in it, so I think it doesn't have to be good drawings. It just has to be important drawings,
Yeah. Yeah, so if you had wanted to, I could toss some stuff your way.
Yeah, I'd be down to draw.
Yeah, I won't try to hit you with the serious stuff like the murals that I have planned for the stories. Like entire dead-ass murals, like showing off different aspects and characters of the story, and yeah, I won't bombard you with that, but like I could have you try to see if you could just see how simple characters will turn out.
Give me like a background or something, and then
Yeah, I'll do this off podcast. Still.
I don't know. Going along with like characters, so I don't know, but me in school and me in real life are very different people. I'm, online I seem like a person who would talk a lot, have a lot of friends and stuff like that when I'm not, but
Internet gives you the confidence that you can't have in real life.
Yeah, but if I because what I refer to people are like, oh, you shouldn't refer to yourself as this, but if you feel like it, you can refer to yourself. But I feel like a combination of Lazy Purple and Soundsmith.
I can see that.
In some weird way, because me and Soundsmith, we have self-worth issues and stuff like that. And on the other side, Lazy Purple and I are perfectionists at pretty much everything that we do.
God, that has got to be like a toxic combination: self-worth issues and fucking perfectionism. Oh
yeah.
God.
But I've tried to explain this, but yeah, you can play a character all you want, but when you need to, you can be serious when you need to.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to play a character 24/7.
Yeah,
sometimes
I used to, but I don't really play a character now. I'm more of just the closest thing to a character I got is an over-exaggerated form of myself.
Yeah. Like I don't really. Okay, so I told one guy in my school when I came back, like, I've been really depressed recently, for a lot of my life, and he was like, oh wow, wait, what? Like, he was actually surprised, and
yeah, it's not. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm pretty sure I've caught you a few times in that mode, I would believe it if you told me. It's just I would be as surprised.
Yeah, because
you do not. Well, I'm not gonna say you seem exactly like a happy person. You just don't seem like a person that goes through a lot. But, and yeah, you just.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't. Compared to other people, I don't go through that much. But
I mean, yeah, but you do understand that the problems that you do face are problems, right?
Yeah, like some people.
Yeah. No one else's problems dwarf yours. Go on.
Yeah, like some people, some people are like, oh, I've been through a war, or stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, that's terrible,
But my thing is bad too.
Yeah, my, if I feel like, if I've had dark thoughts about that, or dark thoughts about the stuff I've been going through, I think that's just as bad as that. Like if you had the feeling of I don't want to be here anymore, and I don't know, you can cut this out if you want to, but just have like dark thoughts like that. You can't say anything like yeah, you can say that you've been through worse, but but my problems have caused me to the point where I don't want to be here anymore. Yeah. I think that's just I just don't like that.
Yeah.
Generally, yeah, I haven't been through that now, that a lot of that,
Well, you haven't been through like a fucking war, having to carry your best friend's guts throughout the battlefield.
Yeah,
you have been through something that has affected you deeply.
Yeah.
Whether it be because of a soul issue or because your brain is just fucky.
Yeah, like if your brain is constantly telling you that you've failed everyone around you, or something like that, it's gonna make you terrible, alright? It's gonna ruin your mindset. But, yeah, obviously I haven't been through, a giant war, but still, I've been through something that's made me think this way, So don't try to dwarf me like that,
Yeah, yeah.
And if you're that kind of person, I'm just gonna say this, but you are trash to be around. I don't like you.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Like, my mom used to kind of do shit like that to me. Like, I would talk about, like, something's problems. Like, yeah, well, I've had it worse. Like, I've had a pretty bad life, too. I'm like, okay, good for you, but this is still an issue. This is...
Yeah.
She's coming around more, right? She's coming around more to that, like, she's beginning to understand more as I talk about it more, but, yeah, people like that who just constantly say, like, oh, yeah, I've been through worse. You don't have a right to complain. Like, no. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if your trauma is related to a fucking trash can falling on you, and now you have an irrational fear of trash cans, or if you've had to hold your dying best friend in your arms. All of it's still a problem.
Yeah.
It deserves the acknowledgement as such.
Like, I'm having this trouble with, thinking I'm not worth it, or, thinking about I'm not good enough, And I've always thought that because my brain is, my brain, it's hard to explain, but I can't hear myself, it's hard, again, going with the whole thing of,
like,
yeah,
talking to a brick wall?
Yeah, like, and I've talked to him about my dad, and he says he understands, but he doesn't at all, but I've said, my brain's voice is him. He's the one who talks to me constantly, and he's like, have I ever said that to you? No, but the you in my brain does, and it's different,
Yeah.
And, especially when it comes to people that, you don't know what they're thinking, like, he's the type of person who would point out, if you didn't do a good enough job to him, he's going to say that you didn't do the job at all, or, you didn't do the job correctly, or good, or anything like that. And he's like, you half-assed the job, and I'm like, no, I did most of the job. And, it gets annoying when he doesn't make you feel like you did anything. Like he compare it like the situation of, I didn't do the, he's acting like I didn't do it at all. He's not gonna compliment me on the things I've done when I've done them right. All he does is point out my flaws, and eventually that stuff gets to me,
Yeah, plants a voice in your head.
Yeah. And legit, so many people, well, actually most of the people in my life have done that, so it's all drowned out my voice, and I've been trying to get my voice back, It's hard to explain to someone who's not going through it, but,
Yeah, man, you're pretty fucking brave just for wanting to stick through it as long as you have. Like, having had the knowledge and the ability to say that you have stuck through it as long as you... Like that's another thing people don't, fucking give themselves enough credit for, is waking up and existing. Like, actually getting out of bed and, like, having a presence anywhere. Whether it be, like, online, on TF2, or whatever. That within itself takes courage for someone who's going through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And not enough people get credit for that. Like, but, like, how are you gonna fucking break that? Like, oh, you did a good job getting on the computer today. Like, no, there's no good way to say it without it sounding condescending, but
yeah.
Genuinely, it's good that you're here. It's good that you are talking about this stuff.
Yeah, it's, and it's weird. I seek validation, alright? And people don't get why, I guess. But coming from a thing, coming from my position, a lot of people say that I don't do a good enough job on this, And whenever, I do it with Sydney, and I feel bad for doing it. I know I need to stop, but I keep on asking her the same questions because because everyone's been the same, if I ask them, did I do this correctly or something like that, or are you proud of me, or, or do you think this of me, and they give you the same answer constantly, or, or they do it to spare your feelings, that's a big issue with me. A lot of people around me feel like they spare my feelings, and don't like that, I guess.
You
but,
want the truth. If you're asking them about that, you're asking if you need to work harder or not.
Yeah, and I feel like I keep on you guys probably know this, or or at least I think you would know this, but I just kind of stand AFK for a little bit, talking to Sydney through texting and stuff like that, and I keep on asking her, be honest, do you like this of me? And she always says yes, but it's always the thing in the back of my head saying,
Like, is she saying it to spare? Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, is she telling the truth? And something tells me that she is, and again, something else the big part of my brain is telling me that she's not. It's kind of drowning out everything,
Yeah, well, I get that. Like, I never understand if I'm actually writing good or if I'm doing bad. This is just an example, not necessarily comparing you to me.
Yeah.
But, so whenever you hear the confirmation, like, yeah, you're doing good, you can't tell if it's because they care about you or if because you're genuinely doing good. It's
yeah.
It's why this is a delicate road to walk across, and I know, but it's why if I see something somewhere where things could be doing better, I'll say, you're doing good, but you need to improve in this area, right?
Yeah.
And that is a delicate road to walk across, because it could come across as you saying that you aren't doing as good as you should. And that's what I don't like doing, because I believe that if you're trying, you're doing good, period.
Yeah.
That's what's important, getting the first steps of actually getting out there and fucking trying. That takes motivation and mental willpower to actually... Yeah. So, I don't like saying that they could do better, right? Because that sounds bad, but I also know that that's what they need to hear.
Yeah.
But I also gotta present it in a way that doesn't sound like I'm undermining what they're already doing.
Yeah, because, I've gotten this with, Sydney can be brutally honest sometimes. She doesn't, it's not like...
She isn't a dick about it.
Yeah, but, and it's kind of funny because sometimes she does over silly things, I kept on teasing her, but she kept on thinking that I was annoying her on purpose, But she was like, hey, if you're like this, I'm gonna do this, And, sometimes, being brutally honest all the time is, it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, I always do try to be as honest as I fucking can be. Like, again, it's why I say I'm an open book, because if you ask me anything, I'm gonna give you an answer accordingly.
Yeah, but but yeah, one type is you get to tell people what they want to hear or what they need to hear, but on the other hand, if you're telling them that this is going to happen and they're not doing the thing that you think they're doing, then you don't feel good about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to say, that's why I say it's a double-edged sword, because my ways of teasing and stuff like that can be annoying, but if you're getting annoyed about me teasing you, then I'm doing my job correctly.
That is very true. It's why I have respect for scout mains, because their job is to annoy me to death.
Yeah, that's why I have respect for scout mains, because their whole job is to flank behind you and to be an annoying piece of crap.
Yeah, they're meant to be fast and fast talking. They're meant to insult your intelligence every 10 seconds.
Yes. So that's why I think if you're teasing somebody and they're getting annoyed, you're doing your job correctly. Keep on doing that. Because I thought, and it's a little harder with Sydney to figure out when she's actually mad, because guess what? She kind of laughs at everything.
No, I couldn't tell from the fact that I could say dick poo poo and she'll just laugh her ass off.
Yeah, I was teasing her and she was you can tell when she's smiling and laughing and stuff like that. And when I'm teasing her and she actually gets genuinely annoying, she kind of says stop, and when somebody's getting tickled, I guess, in that side of kind of way.
Oh god, my internet just
and,
explode.
But a serious a thing that I have a stickler for is please and thank you, I guess, in a little ways.
Yeah.
Please is the way that my brain tells me to stop, and she doesn't have that in the dictionary. So
She doesn't have please. She's just like, can I have?
yeah, so you can tell why that's a problem, but it's fine. It's, she said nothing's gonna come up from it ever, so like and that's another thing that I have a problem with. I don't like when people think I'm something that I'm not, Like, she thought that I was trying to annoy her on purpose, and it kind of annoys, it
annoys you, which annoys her.
me. Yeah, it annoys me thinking that I'm trying to, because, like, have I ever tried, like coming from, you know me long enough to know that I'm this way. Have I ever tried to annoy you on purpose, make you
make you hate you. Make me hate you.
Yeah, something like that.
I know that if you're teasing me, it means that I'm your friend, and that, you're not doing it from a place of malice or hate. You're doing it just because it's you.
Like, especially if you're someone I love. Like, really, does that sound like a smart thing to do? No.
I can tell that I'm your friend, and that you're going to annoy me, as friends do.
Yeah.
It's like what me and I'd always say. If you aren't saying fuck you to your friend every 10 seconds, then are you really friends?
But yeah, it's like that. Like teasing. It's easy to tell when somebody's teasing, but it's
it's hard to tell when they're doing it because they hate you or because they like you.
Yeah. Like, has someone? Because she thought I'm trying not to go too deep into it, but the real stickler that stuck with me is she thought I was ignoring her, and I don't see where that's coming from, because I'm actively talking to you, because if I was actually like ignoring her like she said I was, or that she thought I was, I wouldn't talk to her, That's how you ignore someone.
Yeah.
But
medic dead. I got myself a med pick.
But yeah, like if I was actually actively ignoring you, then I wouldn't talk to you.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, like
that's how because I've told her this. If I was actually ignoring you, then I am terrible at ignoring people. And she felt really stupid afterwards, and she's like, I hate this feeling, and I'm like, that's normal. That's how everyone feels when they are proven wrong.
Yeah, you hate. Everyone hates being wrong, but
yeah,
the difference is how you take it. Like, if you accept that you were wrong, then yeah. Don't.
I want you to keep this in, just so Sydney can hear it. I hate to admit it, but she's mostly right. I hate it. I really do hate it. But it makes me sad. But God, she's right most of the time.
I fucking... Macy's always... I'm always like, this is gonna happen if you do this, okay? Like, this is not a good idea. And she's like, it's fine. And then like 10 minutes later, she's like, Frost, remember that thing you said earlier? Yeah? You were right, and I hate it.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of it's weird. She's like I don't know. She's like if you do this and this, and then this is gonna happen, and I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not.
I know. I got this.
I got this. And then it goes down like this. So, no, I was right. I was totally right. And then in the deep inside, I was like, I can't stop.
Stop being right.
You're taking
the fun away from living.
You're taking my job. Hey, I'm my pride.
Bitch, man.
My pride, no.
Ouch, my pride.
I hate it. She's right, like, all the time. And it's I mean, she's not like right 24/7, no, but you know, it's to the point where I can say that she knows more than me. Like if she's like if she said, "Oh, I'm smarter than you," I would say no, but in the inside I'd be like, yeah, she is. She knows how things work. I don't. I'm just on. She's the train conductor. I'm just here for the ride.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
But you know, it's a good thing to date someone that's smarter than you. You know, because then you don't have to think as much.
I like I actually do like being like the one that people look to for, even though I'm gonna complain about it. I like being the one that people look to for advice. Like I gave Ayana some advice yesterday, and she was like, "That's good advice." So I'm like, "Is it?" I had to say that out loud, but it is.
Is it?
This is good advice. Oh my god!
I'm so proud of you. High five.
Yeah, so it sucks having people like well, I don't mean to say it like this, but it sucks having people like Mixie and Knight around, because they're not vocal about stuff like that. Like they don't know how. Like I think I explained it like Knight doesn't have the confidence to compliment people.
Yeah.
So like it's hard to tell like if I'm giving her advice about something, if she's actually like listening to it and if it's good advice, or if so I'm just like, you could tell me something. I want to know.
Yeah, like yeah, I've done. I mean, like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Most people look up to me as a mentor somehow, some way. I mean, like, well, not like a mentor towards like life and stuff. I mean, yeah, some people
like a role model.
Yeah, some people look up to me as a a guy who's there to help. You know, yeah, I definitely can give you life advice, but like video games and stuff like that, computer, teaching you how to do stuff, stuff like that. People look up to me for. Like, I've had so many people on like TF2 and stuff like, oh, like to me, you're probably people find this as a surprise, but I don't think I'm good at TF2 at all.
Yeah, sitting there with your fucking 100 to 9 killed to death ratio. Meanwhile, here I am struggling to get a single frag without eating shit.
It's hard for people to think that like when I look at my KD ratio, I don't look at, oh wait, I have this many kills. I look at, okay, so this is how many deaths I have. How many, I don't know why I do a bunch of math in my head, but I think in my head, so this is how many times I've died to my kills, and if I die over like half of, many kills I have, I feel bad about it, Be like, oh, I died this way, and I feel stupid, but, it's mostly looking like when you look over your footage in TF2, you're like, oh, I could have done this differently and probably survived. Kind of like that, but in real time. I guess, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird for people to think that I think I'm terrible at the game. Kind of like again with Soundsmith. Some people some people think he's a god at the game because he's getting air shots and headshots from out of nowhere and stuff like that. But no, he thinks he's terrible at the game.
Yeah. Just gotta backtrack a bit, like talking about like roles that you don't think apply to you. I don't know if you've noticed it. I don't know how often it really happens, but I end up becoming the leader, the person who makes the choices in a group, and I don't think I make good choices.
Yeah, I mean, well,
I'm glad to say I don't think that's happened here, as far as I could tell. Like for the most part, I'm just a bystander, and that's okay for once.
Yeah, I mean, if you looking at me, I start off as the leader and branch out from there, but I don't know if I'm a good leader or not. Like, yeah, I make bad decisions sometimes. I make decisions that I regret, and I've also made some of the greatest decisions of my life. But yeah, stuff like that. But I don't know if I'm a good leader or not. It's hard to tell from, like,
Yeah, it's hard to tell without feedback. I get that. Like without like someone explicitly saying, "Yo, you're pretty good at this."
yeah,
And, like also having it be a lot of people. Like it can't just be one because you think they'll be doing it to like fill your ego.
yeah, especially if you ask them, like, am I doing this right? And then it's just that one person out of like everyone else, Like it gets to your head. Like, are they saying this because they genuinely think that you're doing this, or are they saying it because that's what you want to hear?
Yeah, it's hard to fucking tell. Like sometimes, but
What are they doing? Okay, yeah, like I like I've talked to this to Sydney. I don't know if she I'm too scared to ask like the entire cancer culture if I was a good leader or not, but
I'd say you're a pretty good leader. Like you haven't done anything that's like led us into like the fucking pit of death and killed us.
I haven't led to the Holocaust yet, but but I think Sydney's going to be doing great things with the taking my position. So I do think Sydney's going to do great things with this server. Things that I don't think I could, but I just have this problem with I don't like having it's weird. I don't know if I'm pretty sure the other people in the Discord server are gonna hear this, but if they do, then I'm just gonna say it right now. But I don't like I like meeting the people first and then inviting them, not them coming around randomly and I have to invite them, stuff like that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. If you voice that, like I would be a bit more cautious about just inviting people to the server. Like definitely like getting the two that person I want to invite into the server first.
Yeah, like that's why I had a big problem with Usos. I've never met these people. These people could literally do anything,
Yeah, you never voiced that to me, so I didn't know that was an issue. That's why I don't like hints. Like, no, if it's important enough for you to bring it up, I want to actually fucking know. Like, I don't play the hint game. That's what
I wasn't playing hints. I thought
I know.
Before, but
I know it might have been something that I just didn't hear as well.
Yeah, but yeah, I like meeting the people first, because that's why I had such a big issue with the new people in the realm is because I just met them, or well, I didn't meet them,
But they just came here and you don't know them.
Yeah, they came into existence in a place where I love, and they could be anyone and it doesn't help because most of my Minecraft, when new people come around, stuff is gonna get destroyed,
yeah,
and it's gonna be stuff that I spent time on, Yeah,
I couldn't find the proper room without sounding rude, which I can't believe I worried about that for once, but. If you would actually wanted these fucking random people around, I wanted to ask you that, but I just couldn't find a good way to put it in front of everyone.
Yeah.
I do apologize for bringing people, but I also want to say that if they do anything that you don't like, don't blame them, blame me. I was the one that asked. I was the one that brought them there. So if they do anything you don't like, put it on me.
Yeah,
that's fully fair.
And Sydney brought up the point, and I don't. It's valid in some way, but not valid in another. She said, "Well, it's my realm," and yes, that's very much true. But guess
no. Yeah, I don't believe in that because it's your guys' realm.
Yeah, like guess who else you bought the realm for?
Yeah,
you didn't buy it for you because
both of you own this realm pretty much.
Because if you didn't buy the realm, if you bought the realm for yourself, that's just a glorified survival world that you can make on your own. You bought it for me and you, so it's a team effort.
Yeah, I believe that. Like, again, I'm so sorry that I just brought people in without asking your permission on that.
Because I would be so much willing for new people, and because yes, I love new people, but I love new people that I've talked to before. That's what I love even more. Like,
yeah, I love people, but I also love it when I know them.
Yeah, like have you like let's say you meet a stranger for the first time, all right? That person could be anyone. But, if it's a person that you've talked to for a little bit, it's different, I guess,
Oh, damn it.
Because I would rather have an acquaintance around than a random stranger, I guess. Is the best way
Yeah.
to put it. Because at least I know that I can trust them enough for them not to do anything. But if it's a complete stranger, that trust goes completely out the window.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. Yeah, I 100% should have asked you if it was okay with you on that matter.
Yeah. And especially if they're coming from a stream, that's
Even
that's
more sus.
yeah, because it's coming like if you're in a TF2 game with someone, you've talked to them, like well, you've been in a game, you've seen how they play. But if they come from a Twitch stream, that person could be anyone. That person could literally be a hacker, or a griefer or something like that, DDoS you.
Yeah, well, Yeah, well, if it does help a bit, it is people that Knight knew.
Yeah, but
yeah, I still get it. I still get it.
Yeah, but it's so different because I don't talk to Knight that much. I know she's your friend, but
yeah,
I don't talk to her.
It's word of mouth if I tell you that you could trust them. It's
Yeah,
yeah, I get that. I really get that.
yeah, I trust you, but
You don't trust them.
Yeah, it's because I've talked to Naito way less than I have you, so I don't have that same trust with Naito. Well, I still trust her somewhat. It's just I don't trust her as much as you do, or
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
As yeah, it's just I like warnings before stuff goes down, and especially the way that I meet new people is way different than what other people meet new people, because it's a pattern. It's been a pattern for me for a long time now. Usually I would meet people in like little groups. Like I met Uso and a guy named Creeper. I think he's still in the server, but I met them. Them two, became close friends with them in a friend group, and then they would just kind of gently like sail off and do their own thing for a little bit, while still talking to me. And then that happened with another friend group that I was, and then another friend group and another friend group, and it ended up in cancer culture. And
Oh my god, this is so sad. I just alt tabbed to look at Discord. I saw that there was some messages in cancer culture, and there's a new voice channel there called "Help I'm Being Left Alone," and it consists of Ayana and Mixie.
but yeah, that's how I've been meeting people. That's how I always met people.
It's uncomfortable to break out of that and
yeah,
just suddenly be right here in your face in your personal space.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? It's a new face. You don't really know them.
It's kind of like school, honestly. Yeah, like being new to school. Like, yeah, you've seen them in school, but what if that person's different outside?
Yeah.
And that's another thing, like again with word of mouth, yeah, you're saying this, but you've never, like that's how they are around you. That's not how they are around me, Because again, word of mouth, yeah, if it comes from somebody you deeply trust, but it's also been the opposite. Like Uso, I used to trust him a lot. He seemed like a really good guy, but he is a good guy, but
he's got too many issues to keep around.
Yeah, but yeah, but he's invited some of the worst people that I've ever met, but he thinks they're cool, but they're not to me, Yeah,
I'll be sure in the future that if I'm gonna invite anyone that I'll give it a chance to talk to them first.
Yeah, just I'll constantly say this with everyone. Please give me a warning.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm not gonna hate you over it. Like, yeah, you thought this, but it's still
something. It's still something. Yeah, I know that there's plenty of reason to not trust me. Like, I understand that. Like, you don't need to say that you don't trust me or whatever. Like, I get it. Right? There's plenty of reason to not trust me, but I'm not gonna come over here just to fuck up your day, at least not intentionally, like with random people. Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
be that kind of dickhead.
Yeah, and Sydney, she's like, yeah, they're cool, but that's
Yeah,
her
that's not.
opinion.
That's
That's her opinion. That's not
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, yeah, she could think they're cool, but with me, it's different because again, I've never met them. I've never talked to them. All I know is they're existing in the same place that I am. It's because. And she's like, yeah, she's like, I'm just tired of just trying to convince you, but it's because it's hard to convince somebody of something when they haven't done it,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if she's like let's say I did talk to them, and I didn't talk to them like very much, but I talked to them briefly just to know like how they sound and stuff like that, and then she says that's cool. I'd probably be more willing to talk to them, but since I've never met them, I joined the voice call yesterday just to see how they're like, and I kind of stayed silent because I wasn't feeling well that day, but another thing is um I just didn't. I just wanted to know how they were like around my other friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because, if they act cool towards my friends, I can at least give them a chance,
Yeah.
And another thing that annoys me is when people are put on masks, they act like this really cool guy and stuff like that, but
Oh, I'm Sonic, bitch.
but they really turn out as weirdos or genuinely not good people. And you try to convince them otherwise, they're like, no, you're wrong.
I am cool.
And I've done this. I have this other server that I used to. I mean, it has friends in it, but I just don't talk with them. It's part of Sydney's friend group. I try to convince them that this one dude's just not good to have in the server, and I've explained it, and I've done everything that I could, even to the point where I got banned over it. Or, well, I didn't get banned. I got kicked for the server for trying to prove a point. But, if I'm trying to go through all this pain and suffering just so I can, have my friends be in a happier place. But they just didn't believe me, just because they put on a mask. And that's what really annoys me is when a friend, because, what this is a question I'm gonna ask you. What line do you have? Like, what line do I need for you to believe that this person sucks? Do I need to record it or something?
For me,
yeah, like
I will think that you think that, yeah. But I'm gonna need something a bit more tangential than just your word. I'm gonna need some evidence. Like, if you're someone that I trust, yeah, I'm gonna be more amped to listen to you. You would be one of those people, for example. But I still would like a bit more than just your word before I make a call like that.
Yeah, like, but
if the evidence is glaring at me in the face and you're just the one to point it out to me, then yes, 150%, I'm gonna cut that person out.
Yeah, and like this one guy, I don't know if you met them, but they're called Contrary Baker.
I don't think I have.
And I don't know if he's necessarily friends with him. I don't talk to him a lot, but I still care about him enough to say, hey, this is not a good guy. But this guy named Frosty Texas.
Oh yeah, him. You told me about him.
Yeah, before me and Sydney dated, he turned out to be a pedophile, and
oh my god, like
yeah,
like
he's into yes, children, yeah.
Oh god.
He's not like it's hard to explain, but he doesn't have like he doesn't have pictures and stuff like that, but he's still like I would say that he's part of the community, like
yeah.
Like if you asked him, do you like children? He's 22, and if you ask him, do you like children of this age, like below 18, he'd probably say yeah. And I think that's just enough to cut ties with him to the point where he's because he's like he went overboard once he's like I really like talking to Sydney, he's like, I really like your voice, and he's like,
Yeah,
do you want to go out or something like that? And he's say he was 22. That's what Sydney
God,
told me, but
God, that's fucking weird. Gross.
yeah. And I've tried to tell Contrary Baker about it, and he he didn't really say anything, but he still hung out with him, so I'm just thinking that he didn't believe me. And I tried to point this out to other friends, but obviously they didn't believe me because, why would you trust this random guy saying this guy's a pedophile when, you're friends with him? But
that's the point where
yeah.
I would ask Sydney to relay that. If I was in your shoes. Like, relay what fucking happened.
But, but I don't want to put that kind of pressure on her, like...
Oh, of course, I get that, but, like, if I'm doing it for the betterment of someone else, I will apologize.
Oh my god, I hate this guy.
Yeah. And, yeah, it's just like if I'm giving you serious allegations, at least think about it for a second,
I mean, yeah, I get it. It's the internet. Anyone could say anything about anyone, but
yeah.
But if there's some evidence and reason to look into it, then yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Christian situation.
Yeah, especially when I can literally say, hey, this person did this, this, and this, and I have people, around me that will tell you the exact same thing. You can at least hear me out for a second, because I went in there, because for a little bit after the thing happened, he went off the grid. All right. And that's a little suspicious if you don't ask me.
Yeah, if you're fucking innocent, you're not gonna hide.
Yeah. So I've tried to... And he kept on deflecting it and dodging it, so that's what most of the time people do that, be like, if they did something bad, they're gonna dodge it and, say, hey, I didn't do that, and then not come up with any evidence when the other person has evidence,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just if I'm trying to tell you that someone's bad, at least try to hear me out,
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets annoying when they refuse to believe you, even though, because, if I am going to the lengths of even trying to get banned to prove that this person is bad, I must be doing it for a reason. I'm not going to do it for attention, Because if I wanted attention, I would stay in that server,
Now that I think about it, I think Frosty Texas was a little weird. A little on the weirder side. I can't pinpoint exactly what encounters I could tell you that would help back that up, but just the general vibe I got from him was always a bit weird, but I didn't have any reason to think that, so I never brought up that I thought this person was on the weirder side. But
yeah.
But now that you said that, if you ever need me to, help, oh my god, to help prove a point, or help try to prove your point, I'd be willing to step up and say I've talked to the guy, and that I think he's weird.
Yeah.
At the very least, I think he's weird and off.
Yeah. Pedophiles say, no, you don't have a chance. But if you're just like some douchebag on the internet and you've shown that you've changed enough to be at least a little bit of a decent human being, I may give you a second chance. But if you're a pedophile, you don't get second chances. You shouldn't get second chances. That's what I think.
That's fair.
But yeah, it's, and especially, like I've said before, if I'm going to the lengths of even getting myself banned from a community just to prove that this guy is bad, then I'm 100% willing to do it. And if they still don't believe me, then that's 100% fine. They're gonna have to figure it out on their own, because I can't help you anymore. Yeah. I mean, you could. Some people would say you're just starting drama, And
it's not fucking drama. It's a problem.
Yeah, if I need to start drama to fix something, then I will do it. I don't care. And you know, especially if you're like a pedophile or something, I will advocate to the freaking sun that you shouldn't have friends. You shouldn't have a life. Because I don't care. I don't care what I don't care what people say. You know, you can if you're like a pedophile or something like that, and you say that you stopped liking kids or something like that, I don't believe you. Because if I know anything, a fetish or whatever you want to call it, it's still gonna be there. When you look at a kid, you're still gonna think the things you thought before, no matter what. That's why I thought this guy named Red Kiwis, he was like a Fortnite YouTuber. He got canceled for liking kids, and he came back to the Fortnite community, a kids community, you know, where kids hang around. I don't think that guy should. I think that guy should be canceled again. You know, I don't think he should be allowed on the platform. You know, that's just my take. So that's just mainly what I think should happen if you're, you know, if you're weird or, you know, not like if you're like a good kind of weird, you're fine, but you know,
Like me.
if you're the bad, yeah. If you're like Frost, then yeah, you're good, but you know,
If you're weird as in you're going to jail.
yeah, if you're weird, like, hey, do you want to watch My Little Pony in my basement? Then,
At 3
then
a.m.
I may have to question you a little bit. Yeah. Is there anything that you want to say?
Mainly that I kind of do believe that it's more of a mental illness than anything.
Yeah, yeah.
On a personal level, personally, I think it's enough for me to say, you fucking need help. That's a little weird.
Yeah.
But to me, at least, to you,
Yeah.
understandable, right? I'm not gonna fucking deny that. But to me, it's like, you need help. I can't help you with that, man. Just leave it out of it. Leave me out of it.
Yeah. And
That's me. You're different.
Yeah. And there's just a little thing that I think, but sometimes problems just can't be fixed. Look
Yeah.
at Jeffrey Dahmer, or you know, any kind of serial killer. Do you
I
think
like
you can? I don't care what kind of mental facility you go to. You're not gonna fix that. like if you ask a pedophile or something like that, say, hey, you should probably seek help. Do you think they're gonna seek help for something that they think that it's totally okay to have? No.
No. Yeah, I understand that.
That's a problem you can't fix, and yeah.
I do understand that. Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna sit here and fucking argue that you know, pedophiles should get the good treatment, the normal treatment, but I would be willing to say that it's a mental illness, and they should get help for it.
Yeah.
They should understand that it's not a normal thing and get help for it.
Yeah, because you know, it's the same with therapy, and I 100% agree with it. Therapy will only work if you let it work. And guess what? If you're totally okay with diddling and chiddling kids, then you know the therapy's not gonna do anything for you.
Yeah.
If you think that's okay, then you know therapy's not gonna do anything for you. You're basically going to a place to talk to someone for an hour about something. Oh yeah, did you see Timmy at the playground? Like
his little ass. Oh god.
But yeah, exactly. Like he's not. You're basically talking to someone. You're basically talking to someone for an hour about something that you think you're okay with. You know.
Yeah, I get that.
Why is no one defending?
Yeah, it's just that's why I think some problems just can't be fixed.
Yeah, I get that. Like the Joker, for example. That motherfucker should be killed.
Yeah, like sometimes just broken things just can't be fixed. Like, yeah, exactly with the Joker. If you put him through a therapy, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna break out. Like,
and he's gonna kill you, and it's gonna be a bad way to go.
Yeah, he's just, you know, like and then he's probably gonna blow up a hospital. I don't know, but you know, it's not gonna fix anything.
You can't contain that kind of person. You have to just
It's hard to say. Yeah, it's hard to say, but just throw them out.
Yeah.
I mean, some people have the optimistic way of just saying everyone can have as many chances as they want, but no, some people just can't, because you know you can say that the person who murdered like 100 people and stabbed them all to death, you can say that person can become a better person, but are they really? Like, if you give a murderer who's murdered, like if you give Hitler saying, hey, maybe the Jews aren't as bad, you know what's gonna happen? He's not gonna care. He's still gonna throw them in that easy bake oven. It doesn't matter what you say.
The easy bake oven.
Like, do you really think, like, especially when you're like so deep into especially when you're like so deep into the problem that you physically just can't get yourself out of it?
Yeah, I get that.
Because just some people just can't be brought back, like Hitler and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a funny example, but it's the perfect example,
Yeah. I think we've done enough ranting on here for now.
Yeah.
There's already gonna be so much that needs to be trimmed and cut down, so people will actually want to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I fucking hope you enjoyed this. Like, the next guest is gonna be the monkey.
Monkey. I want Monkey to. Monkey is actually Monkey is a perfect first guest to have because his college is coming up and we can talk about that.
Oh hell yeah! So yeah, look forward to that where we get to talk to a simian who keeps saying he wants to suck toes.
It probably will. I mean, if people want it enough, I mean, we can definitely do it like a couple of days from now.
Yeah. We'll go.
I think Thursday would be perfect, honestly.
This is super fucking awkward. I'm just shut off the fucking no action.